Hey, Bob.
Hey,
We're back.
we are.
Not all of us, though.
Nah, fucking late guy over here.
We'll just wait. Keep drinking that Jerry.
Might as well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bearded Geeks, the weekly grab bag of topics covering movies, comics, video games, and TV. My name is Jags, Beardmaster. With me today, Bobby Baxter, Patrick Brown. Boys, we're back.
Hey,
Back in
You're
action.
all
All back now.
We're all here. Pat's turned up, mate. How are you, mate?
reunited.
Jeez, you're looking big.
Big. A compliment?
Big as
Or?
shit. Yeah, mate. Mate, I was looking at your chest, not your pants. I missed you, boys. How you been?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a year older. I've had a birthday.
Yeah.
Chin chin.
Cheers to that.
32 years old. And I look like I'm 45. Not really. Not really. Kate was looking at me today. She's like, what's that under you? She's like, you got lots of grey hair in your beard. I was like, get out of it.
I'm going to pretend we didn't get together for your birthday and ask you, how was your birthday and what
Oh,
did you
it
do?
was bloody great. I got together with this pack of bloody awesome blokes, and we went out for tea and had a few drinks. Quite a few drinks, actually. And then I got home very late and went to work like 5 hours later.
Yeah. We kept you out, didn't we, mate?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah,
a little
you got
bit.
fired up, Paddy. You were ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pat had a few warm-up drinks, and then he was like, right, he was like Usain Bolt. He was like, back to the bar, back to the bar, back to the bar, back to the bar.
Trying to keep you going, mate.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was bloody good. Had a good night. Thanks for coming, boys. Big
That's
fat palmy.
I bought a Prezi along for you too.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah. Belated
shit.
birthday present. So
You bought
there
me
go.
beer, though. Beer was fine.
Yeah, well, you know, there's I don't know. Bought you more.
Shake it.
You're my beard master, so I got to buy you more.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's porn.
Shit. You got X-ray vision.
All right, it's wrapped up, guys. I'm going to open it. Presents.
It's not what I wanted to get you. I'll tell you what I wanted to get.
Oh, it's a game. Oh, hang on.
Video.
Ah! Warhammer Vermintide. I've been looking at this.
I have too. My little brother put me onto it a couple of weeks ago. He said it looked pretty cool, and I think he'd played it. So
Yeah.
it's supposed to be sort of like Left 4 Dead, I think, but kind of more
Bit of the Skaven.
swords and yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Warhammer.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Team up with 3 friends and work together to thin out the Ratman's forces and drive them out of the city.
I think it's supposed to be good co-op.
Fighties equip avec 3 de vos amis et comp... Yeah, however.
Yeah, whatever.
Sweet. Thanks, mate.
Give it a go. I'm thinking of picking up
Have
a
you got
copy
it?
and we'll co-op it for sure.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Got some rats.
Yeah.
Skaven. I used to be into Warhammer when I was a young fella.
So did
Thanks,
I.
buddy.
A little tacker. But anyway, the one that I wanted to get you was Dark Souls 3. I was
yeah.
I'm going to force this guy to pick up Dark Souls. But they didn't bloody have it, so, you know.
I do keep looking at it.
Yeah,
It's just too expensive.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it was... it's pretty cheap at JB, but they don't have it on PS4 at the moment, so...
Those bastards.
Yeah.
If it's anything like Crash Bandicoot, I think I'll have a hard time on it, too.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently they're on the same level.
Well, I'm not even going near Crash, because I think Dark Souls is probably easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks cool.
Probably a bit more fun, too.
I'm playing lots of games at the moment. I'm juggling between Just Cause 3, Batman Arkham City. I bought the Return to Arkham PS4 set, and I already smashed Arkham Asylum again for like the 14th time. And I'm also back on The Witcher, so I'm playing The Witcher 3. I'm so deep in that. Deep.
Yeah,
Deep
nice.
into Geralt.
I love it. Unicorns and all.
Girls.
Not Yennefer though. She keeps the dialogue options keep coming up that I'm like want to go to Yennefer. I'm like nah. First time around I was Yennefer. Second time around this playthrough I'm 100% Triss. I'm committed to Triss. We already have our Trist in the lighthouse. And now I'm just like nah. I'm a one woman man except for when I go to the brothels.
Loyal. Not so loyal.
Nah, I'm all about Triss. She's the best.
I'm a Yennefer guy.
He likes those brunettes, old Patrick Brown.
Yeah, well, same with me. But Hales played Triss, and she said she had a good romance storyline with that one. So
Yeah.
There's some funny shit actually with Yennefer, because I think apparently according to... Oh no, I won't spoil it for you. I'll let you play it. But there's some funny shit when you sort of start turning down Yennefer too further into the game. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm still on Skellig. Because last time I told you is I just got into Skellig. And it's very overwhelming, you know. You get there and it's like a whole new game all over again. And I'm just like, oh, it's like I've got to do this all over again. But I've been playing, and I just did doing lots of side quests and stuff, but I just did the Krak and Krait's, his kids, Ceres and what's his name? Hjalmval, whatever his name is. Where you go to Undvik and you got to fight the ice giant.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. First time around, like, I fucked that up the first time around on my first playthrough. I just went to Undvik without activating the quest, and I got there and I found, like, all the quest markers and just examining stuff. And I went through and I ended up finding him in the village and then went up and fought the ice giant, and that was it. But I played through it again today. I did that entire quest today where I went to Undvik, and I got there and I sailed there and I landed at the beach you meant to land at, and I managed to find this other guy, this archer dude that the trolls were going to kill. They were about to boil him in the pot, and I challenged him to this riddle thing, and I won, and I saved the guy. And he followed me around the island for, like, the rest of the mission.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And then, I found another guy on a longboat, like a long ship. He was the Jarl on Undvik, but he'd gone insane. He was, like, talking to skulls and shit and his crew, and the ice giant was making him build the ship so he could escape Undvik. And I'm like, I'll come back for you if I can. And then I finished and I went back to him, but he didn't want to leave. He's like, I've got to finish this ship. I can't leave my crewmates. And they're just like all dead skulls. He's talking to him. He's gone insane. So, yeah, that was cool. I've been playing that today. And fuck, that is such a good game.
It is, yeah. They really managed to vary the quests up a lot. That everything sort of felt pretty fresh and new. Like every encounter was really cool. Yeah.
Playing lots of Gwent. I get excited when I go to a new innkeep, and I'm like, show me your wares. And they've got like 4 or 5 Gwent cards there I can buy. I'm like, ooh, buy those cards.
You love Gwent, do you?
I love it. I love it.
Gwent Jago, we call him.
Yeah, Gwent Jago.
I'm not really the biggest fan of the Gwent game. I did try to play that, but there are all these new features and that in it, and things have been changed compared to in-game in The Witcher 3. So that sort of threw me off. I was like, oh, this is all new, and I don't like it. It's not what I'm used to. But I played a game online with a dude, and I think I beat him. I think I did. Anyway, you play with people online, and it's like, it's like playing by yourself. You take 30 seconds to choose what you're going to do, but you're sitting there waiting for the other person to choose what they're going to do.
Come on, dickhead.
And then the timer comes on, they've got like 20, 19, 18. You're like, come on, just pick a fucking card. But it's good, I love it. Patrick Brown, what are you playing at the moment? You got hooked back on Fallout 4.
Yeah, I was deep into Fallout 4 again.
Man, that's dangerous territory for you.
Yeah, I put it back in because I finished all the TV shows and then I was watching. I can't remember what I was on.
Well, I've got your copy of Witcher, so you can't play that.
Uncharted 4.
Yeah. Well, funny thing, I was out today and I was in EB and I thought, I might just check because I still have that itch. I was like, I really want to get into The Witcher, and then I bought a copy.
You bought another one.
It was like $20 for like a half-assed copy. I thought just for a temporary. I was like,
pre-owned one.
Yeah, pre-owned.
Right. Yeah, that's.
So I was like, yep, that'll do it.
Fuck, I'll give you $20 and I'll take that shitty one.
No, you don't. Back. You're right. You don't have to. You can just But before I was on Fallout 4 and just because I hadn't finished Nuka World, like the DLC. And I was probably most of the way or halfway through at the time I left it. So getting back into that was a lot of fun. And I just finished it, got through that. And then I got to that point in Fallout again where you're just like, oh, there's nothing to do now. What do I do? And I was just kind of using my upgrades I had to kind of muck around and kill some stuff. And then I got bored of it again. So that's why I'm trying to jump onto something new now.
Have you done everything in Fallout? Pretty much everything?
Yeah.
All the main stuff, really.
Yep, got through the whole main story. Majority of things, there's probably a few tiny little quests left.
The odd side quests you missed.
Yeah, odd little ones. And then, but I still have that harbour something Harbour that you can play.
Oh, Far Harbor.
Far Harbour. I
Yeah.
want to do that DLC, so yeah, that'll be fun.
They just announced the Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition coming out later in the year.
Yeah.
Or toward the end of the year. That'd be interesting.
I think
That'd be good.
Probably just all the DLC.
Yeah, it's the game with all the DLC as well.
I had so much fun with. I went deep into all the. You know how they had the workshop DLC and all that stuff, just so you can get extra.
Yeah.
Stuff and I just went nuts, and I think you saw.
Yeah,
it.
there was that episode I was telling Bob about the big fighting arena you made.
Yeah, I went.
right,
that took me like days to make, and I just made this entire arena.
Devoted.
It had like switches, and all the wires were connected perfectly, and all the flip the switch and opens a cage.
You run out of
Neon
copper,
signs.
and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I
There
flick
we
a
go.
switch. I actually had switches, and you actually have to place little letters so you can spell out something. So I spell out, oh yeah, this cage is for raiders. This one's for you guys. This one's for death claws.
I can
And you just flick
picture
the
you
switch.
just having a big Marvel sign over the top of your
Nah.
Patrick Brown. Marvel's own Patrick Brown. As you walk into Fallout.
No, I think I had some kind of weird name for it.
The Marvel
I can't remember.
Arena.
I think it was like Battle Arena or something I called it.
That's pretty cool.
And but yeah, no, I'd just let them go nuts. All these things fighting against each other, but yeah, so you can have a lot of fun with all that stuff. It's cool.
What are you playing, Bob? You still playing Hollow Knight or?
Fallen off that a little bit, but I definitely want to pick it back up.
Yep.
Keep going, but no, I've jumped into Mass Effect the last week or so.
Andromeda.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you liking that?
So far, I'm liking it a lot. There is a lot of like buggy, glitchy animation stuff that's kind of a bit shit, but like I feel like that game got panned way harder than it should have. Like
Yep.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's got a kind of Star Trek vibe to it.
Yeah.
Sort of
I remember it was
seeking out new planets and trying to make them viable for like
Having sex with
habitation
all the aliens.
It's a lot of fun, even getting around, isn't it? Like using the jetpack stuff and like the boosters. It's got that real kind of kick to it. Really feels nice.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, you got like the jetpacks, the booster packs, and that.
Yeah.
Give you a bit of extra edge in combat.
Such a nice
and
feeling
even
to
just the vehicle itself as well. Like they've kind of probably made it less capable than the Mako was in the original 3 games, but a little bit more fun to operate because you've got the kind of it's not 4-wheel drive, it's like 6-wheel drive thing. So if you're on a really like fucking high slope, you've got to kick it into like 6-wheel drive to like get up there.
Hell yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that's right.
And
Bush Basher's wet dream.
yeah, it just feels a bit more like, I don't know, it just feels like a good vehicle. Like
Yeah, sweet.
And I like the scanning side of things, like running around and scanning all the shit on the different planets, and it sort of comes up with all the
the more you scan, the better. You like take it all in and it
Wicked.
helps.
It definitely feels a lot different than the first 3 games though as well. Like just not being Commander Shepard and not being that kind of big badass. The character's a little bit more naive and younger, I feel like. Which is kind of weird to get used to, because now I'm like, maybe when the first Mass Effect came out, that would have suited my age range good. But now I'm an older guy playing as a younger character in Mass Effect, and it kind of feels weird. Like, I feel like I wouldn't pick those dialogue options.
That's not a mature option.
Yeah. She's kind of, like, I'm playing the female Ryder. I think it's Ryder.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And she just seems really young and naive in a lot of the.
I got my Lady Shepherd down there. You see her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Kota
Femme Shep?
Peculiar. Yeah.
I
Love me some Femme
always
Shep.
played it as the female shepherd.
I would have too if I played it. Yeah. Love the ladies in that armor. They look great.
I love the voice acting way more than the male shepherd.
I would think so
miles
too.
better.
Even in Fallout 4, the female voice acting was just that. I know Fallout 4 got a lot of hard knocks for its voice acting and stuff, but
The female one was better.
yeah, the female
definitely.
one was a lot better than the male.
Yeah. Well, the problem I had with Fallout 4 when I first got it was, like everybody wants to do, you make yourself basically as the character.
That's what Patrick Brown
So
always
I'm
does.
like big fucking big burly dude with a beard, and I fire up the game and get into the first cutscene, and he's got this kind of like whiny American voice. I'm like, that's that's weird. And so I'm like, I made the avatar look too much like me. So then he's just got this weird American accent. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I'm making Mohawk woman. Like, just going full Raider on her, and she looked like fucking, like, just the nastiest piece of work you ever seen. And it worked fine.
Yeah, felt much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we had a bit of a break, like a week. I think it was like a week between episodes and posting and stuff, but I had a few birthdays. It was my girlfriend's birthday and her sister's birthday because they're twins, and that was my birthday a few days later, and I was feeling a bit burnt out, so I decided to have a weekend off.
Yeah, you guys are all real close together in birthday.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
she's 4 days older than me, so
wow.
we had her birthday and that. That was really good.
Same year and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 days older than me.
Yeah, cool.
Cradle snatcher. Yeah, and that was my birthday, and yeah, just caught up on some telly and stuff, and I watched, I caught up on season 2 and season 3 of Voltron, Legendary Defender on Netflix. So I got through that. I was a little bit bummed with season 3 actually, because I didn't actually look to see how many episodes there were, because the first season on Netflix was like, I don't know, 7, 8 episodes or something like that.
Yep.
Season 2 was like 12 or 13 episodes.
Yep.
And then season 3 was 6 or 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
But season 4 comes out in October. Man, it's so good. If you love animation, you love good storytelling, and you love sci-fi action and that, Voltron in Legendary Defender on Netflix is the way to go. He's fucking one of the best written shows out there. 100% like rating on Rotten Tomatoes, like
That's
critics rating.
That's my whole list of things. I gotta watch that.
It's sick. But they do say we need to form Voltron a lot.
Yeah.
Like, in the original cartoon, they'd say it once every episode. It's like, ready to form Voltron! And then they do the big spiel. But in this, all the time, they're like, we need to form Voltron! We can't form Voltron! We need to form Voltron! They just say it all the time. And it's pretty cool. The intro isn't as epic, like the intro music and that, but it's a fucking great show. Really well written. One of the better written shows on TV. I think the only other animated series that has 100% rating is Rick and Morty.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of Rick and Morty, have you watched the new episodes, Bob? Because I watched both of them.
I've watched episode 2 of this season.
Oh, you haven't watched the Pickle Rick episode?
Nah, I'm catching them on Netflix.
Yeah, that's out today, I think.
Yeah, they air like a week after whenever it hits in America. So, yeah.
I've been watching it on YouTube because a couple of hours after it's been aired, somebody posted it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Good quality, though.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've been watching it on YouTube. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, Bob, I've got a bit of a buzz going. You're bloody packing me rum here and me. Bob and I are off the cans in that tonight. We bought a bottle of rum.
Baxter pause.
Sailor Jerry, if you want to sponsor us, you're very welcome.
Yeah, please. I'll continue to drink this drink.
I love this spiced rum. It is the best spiced rum you can buy. Please send us free bottles.
Unless you're like Captain Morgan's and you want to sponsor us, then I'll drink that one.
Yes. Whichever turns up in the mail first is pretty good. It's just as good.
No, Bundy, we don't want you. Yes, we do. We'll drink it.
I got a bit of a history with Jerry.
Oh,
yeah, you do. Bloody oath.
You haven't touched it since that night, have you?
No, maybe one more bottle after. I don't know, but not on that same night. But like
on that same night,
we had that gaming night. Yeah, we all had our headsets on, and I was like, oh yeah, I got a bottle of Sailor Jerry here with me,
and he was fucking rotten. Oh, he was rotten.
I didn't even remember the half.
You guys were playing for maybe one or 2 hours before I jumped on.
Yeah.
And Brent just messaging me like message after message, like, dude, the next chance you get, you've got to fucking log on and play with us. You just got to like jump on. You got to listen to this guy. He's fucked. And eventually I jump on and I'm like, hey everyone, how you going? And Patty's like, oh, fucking Sailor Jerry.
Oh no.
How good is this game though? Oh.
Then I just kept dying, didn't I?
Kept dying.
He was playing Battlefield 4 for like the...
Battlefield 1.
That was like the first time I played it, touched it too, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
And it was like...
And he was giving us play-by-play commentary. Oh, and he's just fucking run me over. How does anyone have any fucking fun playing this game? This is shit. Yeah. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to go get another Jerry. I'll be right back.
He's like, oh, spilled it. Oh, no.
Oh, fuck, I just spilled it all over me.
Didn't you say that, like, there was probably 15, 20 minutes where I dropped my headset and I didn't realise?
He did.
Yeah. You can hear him, like, slightly talking in the background.
It's gone.
And he's like, he wasn't listening to us at all. He just kept talking.
That's how long I would just yabber on for.
And then he comes back and he's like, guys, where you been? Oh, I've been talking to you for the last 20 minutes and I didn't even have my headset in and it fell out. Fell out of my ear.
Oh, and I never drink like that. Like, that was just because you guys introduced me to it and I was like, this is so good.
I think you
and
had
I just
a night
kept
off that night,
sipping
didn't
it.
you?
Yeah, I did. And I just kept having a good sip, mixing it with the old ginger ale and the lime.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
And I was like, so good.
my favourite bit of that was when we were all in a squad together and Brent's name on PSN.
My
was
username.
Brent Jago.
It's just my
So
name.
we're all
It's just
running
my name.
around. And then Paddy, like, just out of nowhere, we're like, where the fuck is Paddy going? He's like, I'm right behind you. And then he's like, reads the name and he goes, oh, wait, is that Ben Tago? Are we running around after Ben Tago? Who the fuck
He's
is
like,
Ben Tago?
he's talking to me on the headset. He's like, I'm right behind you, Muddo. I'm right behind you. I'm coming. Oh, get that guy. And I'm like, he's not even behind me. What's he talking about? And then he's like, is that actually you? Where are you? Is that you? Ben Tago. Isn't that you? Ben Tago. I'm like, no. You've only known me for fucking 20 years. You should know what my name is.
I must have had double vision or something.
Ben Tago. Fucking
Oh, man.
Ben Tago.
That was pretty
I'll
funny,
drink
though.
to that. You want another Jerry, Pat?
Oh, yeah. Right. Twist my arm.
It's working.
Just a splash, mate. Come on.
Yeah, just a splash. Jesus. Oh, another dash. No, I'm just joking.
So, first episode back. We don't really have a topic tonight.
Wing it.
We thought we'd just wing it a bit. We might do maybe a bit of a Captain Straya episode. We thought we might do the origin of Captain Straya, but we'll see how we go. We're just gonna wing it for a bit. I got a little bit of news here, but yeah, we're just gonna drink and have a good time.
Yeah, that'd be good getting... Yeah.
Bob, I think I need another one, mate.
I'll let you pour your own.
Oh yeah.
Sabotage the old beer master.
Beer master.
Beer... Oh, yeah. You did say you got a six-pack there, didn't you? Nice.
Yeah, another one.
I got this we got the bottle of Jerry's and this backup.
Oh,
Beers
nice.
here too, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
Please pass me that ginger ale.
Sure will.
Yeah, boy.
See, we're not recording on a school night for our first time in a long time
Yeah.
as well, so...
Mm.
Except, well, Paddy's...
Well, I got to go work.
You at work.
Mm.
Bobby and I are gonna get smashed.
Yeah, it's like, it's the weekend, but I gotta, still, like, I gotta push it through, so that kind of sucks. So I can only have a couple.
We'll just keep feeding you the Jerry's.
Thanks, buddy.
You won't even fucking see it coming.
I'll be just like that gaming night, trying to work on the Cintiq.
Now, that bottle that you bought on that night, too, that was not a regular size bottle of Jerry's, was it?
I
that
think
a big one?
I got the leader, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
That was the leader.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think I got through the whole thing. I can't remember, but it wouldn't have been. 'Cause I
Only had
would've
to pump his stomach the next
been- I
morning.
would have been paralytic if I did. But
You were telling us on
Oh.
the night that your wife was like pretty pissed as well and like drinking it up and stuff. And then
Yeah,
the next day,
'cause she
I
loves
asked
it
you-
too.
I asked how she was going, and you said to me, "Oh, she actually only had like 2 or 3 drinks. It was like mostly me."
yeah.
Shit.
I drank most of it.
I'll just come back from the hospital and pump my stomach.
Because every time I went in to make one, like, I'd pour her one too. And, but like, actually it would have been like, not every time. It was like every 5th time or something. Probably. I don't know. Can't remember.
Alright, so we might do our Game of Thrones recap.
Yeah.
So we didn't have an episode
Jesus.
last week, so we got 2 episodes to recap.
Mm.
I can't even remember what happened in the episode before. Oh, it was Jon Snow went to Dragonstone to meet Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daenerys Stormborn, Breaker of Chains and all that shit.
Feels like a decade ago.
It feels
now.
like we haven't recorded for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm out of flux. I'm out of flow.
Yeah. More Jerry's.
Bit of a break there.
Oh, yeah. Jerry. Hello, sailor.
So, how good was it, though? Like, that last episode
Oh, man, that's good.
got me so hyped and that fight.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
And that.
Fucking hyped for that episode.
And that.
So hyped in the pants. Okay. What happened in the episode?
The one before,
The Unsullied went to Casterly Rock.
Yep.
Oh, that's
And
right.
you had, what's her name? Alana Tyrell at the end. The big revelation. Well, we sort of always speculated, but we finally found out that she was the one that killed Joffrey. Spoiler alert. And yeah, she just had that great interchange with Jaime Lannister at the end of the episode. That was fucking one of the best parts of the season, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. That was really good.
Okay, we'll skip to the last episode then.
It feels like so long ago.
How about that fucking dragon, eh?
Yeah.
It was good to see Bronn back. Bronn's one of my favourites. So
I
it was good to see him
know.
back.
I was talking about him the week before and just sort of going, oh man, I want to see him back in it. Like, what's he doing? Where's he come into it?
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, there he is. So.
I thought he was going to die though. I was like,
I was a little worried.
I kind of feel, because nobody died in this episode. I thought Bronn was going to die, and then I sort of thought Jaime might die, but I'm like, nah, because he's going to kill Cersei, so he's going to be around. And then I thought Drogon might get killed, which none of them did. And then I thought back, I'm like, this would have been the perfect episode for Bronn to get killed.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, they haven't killed anyone yet, so by the end of the season, it's going to be fucked because they're going to kill 1 or 2 or 3 people.
I feel though, like, yeah, like it would have worked well if Bronn died in this one. Not that I wanted him to, but I kind of think that he's either going to have to go up against Jaime or he's going to have to go up against Tyrion.
There was that one moment, it actually startled me for half a second. You know when Tyrion is watching Jaime about to storm off to attack
Drogon and Daenerys.
Yeah, when she's trying to pull the arrow out, and there's that second when Jaime first, like, he's watching, he's like, oh, now's my chance, I could get her. But you hear Tyrion watching, and he's kind of whispering to himself, and he's like,
don't do it, you idiot.
At first, I swear I heard him say, like, do it, or like, go on, what are you waiting for? I thought it was him. I thought he said that, and I was like, holy shit, is he on Jaime's side the whole time, like, hoping that he will kill her? But that was just, I think I might have misheard it, because then the rest was all him like, you idiot, like, as he's going for it, yeah.
I think the dynamic's really interesting with Tyrion, because, you know, he's hand of the Queen, but he's not the best he's not even a good military strategist. Like, he's a good, like, sort of diplomat and politician or whatever, you know, but, you know, as sort of a sort of general kind of thing, he's not really, you know, the best. And I feel like he had that exchange with Daenerys, and she said, you know, I can't even remember what she said, but it was like, you know, because we're not fighting against our enemies, we're fighting against your family, who are all your family. And I feel like he's really sort of conflicted with Jaime. I think, I don't know, it seems Jaime gone away at the end of this episode, but perhaps maybe they may get captured again, and there might be another great exchange with Tyrion and Jaime, because they haven't seen each other since Jaime busted Tyrion out, and then he went and killed their dad, Tywin.
Yeah, that's right.
That scene paved the way for something to happen between them two, for sure.
Because he's not, like, fully, as much as he's committed to Daenerys, he still, you know, has that connection to his brother.
Yeah,
not his sister anymore.
They've never really ground up against each other.
No,
in a bad way. It's always been him and Cersei that has.
Yeah.
I saw this really good YouTube video. I shared it on Facebook, and it was
was that Kingslayer vid?
Yeah, for Jaime Lannister.
Yeah, that was really good. I watched that.
Dedicated to him, and it was like his entire since the start, and you know, it showing him as he killed the Mad King and went through his entire life through all of Game of Thrones. Such a good watch. And then right at the end, it was real touching. It was just it just gives you tingles up your spine. Like, that was so good to see.
Because the whole video was like, everyone's calling, Kingslayer, you're the Kingslayer,
Yeah.
you killed the Mad King. And then right at the end, he was just like, my name is Jamie.
Yeah, my name is Jamie.
It's like, I'm not the Kingslayer, my name is Jamie.
And it really made you feel for him a bit more too.
And that really sort of encompassed the entire character of Jamie Lannister in 2 minutes, like 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah.
That was a really good vid. I saw there was another one, a Jon Snow one.
It was just called Jamie. If you ever anyone wanted to look it up, it was just called Jamie Lannister Kingslayer on YouTube.
He's one of the really good characters of this series that's kind of underrated all the time. When you think about it.
Absolutely.
Because he starts out as a real piece of shit. Like,
yeah.
He throws the
He
kid
was
out
a real
the window.
Yeah.
He's
done some
having
shit.
sex with his sister. Just like some
Incest!
really nasty shit.
Bearded Geeks do not promote incest, only on Game of Thrones.
And how cocky he was. I think he had that sword fight with Ned and stuff at the very start.
Yeah, that's right, in Season 1.
Yeah.
When was it? Like season 2 or 3 where they flipped the tables on him and he spent most of the season with Brienne.
Yeah.
Where he was captured.
Yeah.
And he lost his hand.
He was
became
like
really likable and such an interesting character.
that brought him down to it made him
he
a
sort
real
of became
person.
very much more humble.
Took
and,
away the cockiness,
yeah.
didn't it? And he just became a
Brought
real,
him back down to earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good.
And it's really conflicting as a viewer because you're like, well, fuck, I'm supposed to hate this guy.
This guy's a
He's
douche,
like,
but he's, kind of feel
kinda
bad
great.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Breaking Bad sort of shit, you know?
Man, this show is so good. I was talking to someone at work the other day and I was like, because there's only 3 episodes left of this season. And we're like, okay,
Oh, is that
this
it?
is going to go really quick.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then by the time we get to season 8 and we get to that last episode and we're like, fuck, like, what are we going to do? Like, that is going to go off.
Yeah.
Like, last week's episode of Game of Thrones was the highest rated episode
Do you
ever.
feel that episode felt like it was 25 minutes long? I felt like it just was over before it started.
Feel like an hour
oh,
and they-
no.
Yeah, like zip by.
Because
Like,
you want to see more, hey? Like, they do it so well.
Yeah.
they've done so well this season compared to other seasons and stuff. I spoke to another girl at work who she only first started watching Game of Thrones last year before season 6 started. So she binge watched seasons 1 to 5 before 6 started. And like her and I agreed. She's like, there were a lot of episodes, people just standing around drinking wine and talking politics and all this sort of shit. And
Yeah.
I always hate in TV shows where they bring like a religious aspect into it with like, I can't remember what they were called, the sect or whatever, they got blown up. You know, the bloody religious dudes and shit.
Yeah.
I always hate when they always bring a religious aspect into a TV show.
I liked that though, because it was like you thought you knew who was in power, and then they just came along and bent all the rules and
Bent everyone
fucked
over.
everyone. Yeah.
Jesus. Shame. Ba-ding, ba-ding.
And it looked like they dug a hole that they couldn't crawl out of. I thought it was actually
Until
really
you
interesting.
blow everyone up, and then that's
Yeah.
it. Get rid of them all.
As much as I hated those characters and stuff, I actually think that was a really good
Okay.
storyline. Yeah.
I'm going to hit you with something.
Yeah.
I'm a bit buzzed, so you'll just have to bear with me. I might be a drunk by the end of the episode. I'm going, hey! It might be the episode first. No Bearded Geeks Raw here. Bearded Geeks Raw live. Pre-recorded.
Bearded Geeks.
Bearded Geeks. Alright. Riddle me this. The preview for the next episode. It seems that Jon makes his way back to Winterfell. Is he going to find out that he's a Targaryen in the next episode? Is Bran going to tell him that he's the son of Rhaegar Targaryen?
Yeah, I missed the preview as well.
Oh, fuck me, dead. No, it looks like Jon makes his way back to Winterfell in the next episode.
I've been really excited
You're
to
watching
see...
like American versions where they fucking...
I just watched the preview on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
I
preview
hate it
for
in
the next
those
episode.
American shows where they're like, next week on bloody blah, and they tell you the whole storyline. You're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's pretty short. It's only like a 25-second,
Oh, okay.
30-second at the most.
I'm really stoked to see all the Starks back together, like that scene we had in the last episode. That was great. So when Jon goes back, I really like. I feel like I've been waiting for about I don't
4 or
know,
5 years.
since the first season. Yeah, like for Jon, everyone to be reunited, and like they did it great in the last episode.
I think they really missed the mark the episode before last. Where
I
you
know
like,
what you're talking
you
about.
got really excited. You're like, he's here, and then Sansa comes, and you're like, it's Arya, it's Bran.
And then he fucking does that weird fucking...
He's like, you look so beautiful in your white dress the night you got brutally raped.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked, bro.
I
I know you're the three... but they did kind of bring that back with the... I don't know what her name is. The girl who was pretty much the only reason she's in the show was to carry Bran around.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's time to say our goodbyes. And he's just like, see ya.
He's real cold, yeah.
And she's just like, is that all you got to say? Like, my brother died, Hodor died, everyone died, like, to get you back here. And she's like, you died. But then, you're not Bran anymore. Bran died in that cave.
But then Arya rocks up the next episode and he gives her a big hug and stuff. And I'm like...
I think they really missed that moment, though, because they should have got Arya back first and then Bran. Because I think that would have been a more touching moment.
Yeah.
That moment was really good when Bran talks to Littlefinger, and at the end he kind of Littlefinger's quite shocked because Bran says that word.
Chaos is a ladder,
and he shouldn't have known that because it was just a conversation that Littlefinger
that he had
said.
when he had Varys by the Iron Throne in like season 5.
Yeah,
they had this one-on-one conversation. He's like, chaos isn't a pit, it's a ladder.
Yeah,
in his Irish British accent.
And obviously Bran's seen that
completely. I had to like rewind it and hear what that line was that he said. And then I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, I didn't know it meant either until I looked it up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, not me then. I was like, how the fuck do you remember that?
No, I'm not that good. I forget half the stuff that happens, and then
this episode, they're just gone. It was probably one of that last 15-20 minutes was like some of the best directed stuff, like best directed TV I've ever seen. Because Jamie's talking to Bronn, and he's like, you hear the sort of rumble.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love that it was.
And Bronn's sort of like looking around. He's like, do you hear that?
I love that it was Bronn that like heard it first too.
And that
was so looking over this hill, and you're waiting, and it cuts back to Jamie and Bronn, cuts back to the hill, back to Jamie, back.
Yeah.
And then you just like, where's
Took
the fucking
ages.
Dothraki? And then they come over the hill, like raging over the hill. And you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, the Dothraki, they're going to open up, they're going to kill some
And then you see
guys.
the dragon. I did not expect that at all. Even though I knew they were coming and you could see that, there was some kind of army coming, I didn't actually expect them to go into battle straight away.
And then you get Drogon fly over, and
So
then she's just like, Dracarys.
Yeah. I thought she would have at least just swooped down in front, stood there, and then they would have just talked and threatened and then went. And I thought that would have been it. But they actually went full blown. That was awesome.
The shot where it's over the top of the dragon, and he's just torching the convoy along the street. That was awesome.
Burn them all.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I wonder if that big fucking ballista arrow thing is going to leave
the scorpion or whatever it's called?
Yeah, if that's going to leave some kind of permanent damage on the dragon.
Well, I was a bit surprised
it's
because
almost like a mortality check, I think, for Daenerys.
Yeah.
Now to be like, well, fuck.
Because
they took down my dragon.
Yeah, they got this big ass crossbow.
And then Jamie can run back and go, build 10
of them.
20,000 of these fucking things.
But they probably already have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was surprising because when they used it as an example on the skull from one of the few episodes back, and it just went straight through it like nothing. I was a bit surprised because it only just kind of stuck in his shoulder a bit. I thought maybe that, but from the impact of the other skull, it looked like it should have went further. But
yeah, but the skull's got no dragon skin or meat.
Scale
or anything.
True.
Like that. Like
their armor is supposed to be tough as hell. Yeah,
that's like when they fired that volley of arrows, and I was like, "Well, look out, what's going to happen?" And she sort of pulled him back, and they all just bounced off his chest and stomach.
I
almost thought she was going to get hit in that.
I was
because I'm like they mentioned that one stray arrow from you and you're fucking done.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that I was really surprised she wasn't wearing some kind of cool like dragon armor. There's a lot of concepts.
This is where she needs like some bitching armor.
Yeah, there's concepts of her relatives before who have in the past that they're now died, like they're dead, but concepts I've seen of them from the show, and they're all wearing this awesome dragon armor that's like real specky when they went into battle, but she just didn't have anything on.
Real specky.
Yeah, I did have a chuckle at that too.
Real specky, mate.
Yeah.
So Game of Thrones, I'm excited for the next episode. Always.
Yeah. What's life going to be like without that show? Oh, well, I said that about Breaking Bad, and then,
Oh, we're going to have
Game
some
of Thrones
spin-offs.
came along, but there's like...
Four different Game of Thrones spin-offs in the work.
That'll keep it all going.
Who's going to be the new series that fucking takes over the world after this
Yeah.
is gone? Like,
I bet you it'll be a Littlefinger one or something.
there won't be a spin-off. Like,
Littlefinger the series.
Spin-offs never match the...
No, they
the
don't.
level of
No
it.
way.
I'd be definitely down for spin-offs of Game of Thrones, don't get me wrong. I fucking love that.
Because it's like with Breaking Bad, they did a spin-off with Better Call Saul, and like,
That show's great, by the way.
Yeah, it is. And in Game of Thrones, Littlefinger's pretty much like Saul. So, that could happen.
Where he first starts running the brothel.
Yeah, he is. That's how I see him. Just a slimy little guy.
We might jump over to a bit of news.
Yeah.
So, in the last couple of weeks, we've had our first look from Deadpool 2. We've had our first look as Zazie Beetz as Domino and Josh Brolin as Cable, which both look awesome, by the way. Bobby Baxter, give me your thoughts.
Yep.
Yeah,
I just thought of a really good idea for a character for Brown Fury. I'd just call him Cable.
That's good. Laying some cable.
Laying some cable.
No, I don't know.
Write that down.
Yeah, I should. I saw a couple of screenshots of Cable and like, yep, that's a comic book movie guy.
He looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
Jump to Batty. Like he does.
No, you go.
He looks buff as fuck, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
he's got the metal arm.
Those kind of costume screenshot things don't really do much for me until I've seen them in action. So.
True.
Yeah.
The promo one looked pretty sick, even though it was Photoshop. Like, yeah, that was really cool. Just him like looking at the camera, and he's just like,
yeah, it looks good. Looks like a lot of fun. More Deadpool.
Yeah,
They've had screenshots lately. Set shots of him riding the red scooter.
I don't know much about Domino, but she didn't look anything like what I saw of the character, the original character. She's supposed to be like, like
Sort of
like
albino white.
Yeah, like a vampire white, isn't she? Like really crazy.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Albino.
It'd be interesting how her mutant powers are translated on screen because her ability is to manipulate luck in her favor.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of it'll be interesting how they handle that. But yeah, more Deadpool. More Deadpool's good.
Did she have a thing with like Gambit or something? Is there like
A Domino? Don't know. Maybe. Don't think so.
I don't know.
I remember there
Maybe
was
I
a
just
sick
had
Domino miniseries in the 90s that I bought that was actually really good for
I probably
issue
just
series.
had like Marvel cards that were, Deadpool and Domino were in the same.
We love our bloody
slots.
Marvel cards, don't we? Alright, Transformers, because Transformers is all dogs bollocks at the moment. They've just announced a new Transformers animated film, but the catch is that it's going to be set in the film universe, which is bullshit. But also, the Bumblebee solo film, I'm going to tell you this, you guys don't care, I just thought it was very interesting. The first synopsis for the film comes out. Fuck, I've got a buzz going. I've got a serious buzz going at the moment. Sorry guys, I might not make it to the end of the episode. The one and only, the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. From all the GIFs and the YouTube videos.
I was going to do his theme tune, but I couldn't fucking remember
it. Has been cast as one of the leads in the Bumblebee solo film. And I have the synopsis here. Would you like me to read it?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Just got to find it.
He's actually really funny, isn't he, John Cena?
John Cena is actually, like, in Daddy's Home and Sisters.
Yeah.
And my safe word is keep going.
We saw John Cena, didn't we, one time in Melbourne, in, like, a JB Hi-Fi? Was that you and me?
No, we didn't see John Cena. We saw Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy.
And they come in and it was like, Melbourne is so shit, Australia is so shit, and everyone's like,
I was like, you're so short. I thought you were going to be...
No, we didn't see John Cena.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome, though.
Yeah.
Anyway. Got to clear my throat.
It's me every fucking time.
The synopsis for the Bumblebee solo film is... The story is set in the year 1987, where Bumblebee finds refuge in a junkyard in a small... Fuck, I'm half pissed. Finds refuge in a junkyard in a small California beach town. Charlie, played by Haley Steinfeld, is an 18-year-old on the cusp of turning... No, wait on. I read that wrong. I'm just going to be quiet.
Seeing double.
Charlie, on the cusp of turning 18, beg your pardon, and trying to find her place in the world, discovers Bumblebee, battle-scarred and broken. When Charlie revives him, she quickly learns that this is no ordinary yellow VW bug. And that's like the sort of semi-synopsis. The official plot synopsis. There's no story or nothing. Rocket chick who's almost 18 finds a robot disguised as a car.
Transformers 1?
Yeah.
I'll just be interested to see a Transformers film that's not directed by Michael Bay. How much influence
Oh, yeah.
his sort of style that he created would impact this film.
Yeah.
But this is directed by the guy who directed Kubo and the Two Strings, which you haven't seen.
I have seen.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. I saw it
What'd you
at
think of
cinema.
it?
I loved it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I need to watch that.
Yeah. It was,
I love me a good animated film.
I love all the Leica films. They're fucking great.
Mm. Coraline. Fuck, that was a good movie.
I'm a big Paranorman guy. I like that. Yeah.
That was a rummy bet. Sorry, guys.
It's the Sailor Jerry, I'm telling you.
Get on the jet, guys. You want another one, Pat?
Jay Lasseri.
Yeah, yeah, Jay Lasseri.
Do you want another one?
Nah, I'm good. I can't.
Just a little one.
Nah, no more.
Come on. Come on.
Nah, I gotta drive.
Righto.
Stubby?
All good.
You want a bit?
Nah, I'm alright. Probably hit my limit now.
You'll be right. Ian McShane has been cast as Professor Brittenholm in Hellboy, Rise of the Blood Queen. In the first Hellboy, they called him Professor Broom because his name's Brittenholm.
That reminds me, I've got to get American Gods off you and watch that.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yep.
That series sort of waned for me by the end.
Really?
Yeah. It was kind of up and down. It was up and down. Yeah. It started off big.
Because everybody watches the first couple episodes and goes, fucking you gotta watch the show!
Yeah, but then it was kind of up and down for me.
I was like that on the first 2 episodes. I was hyped. I was like, gotta watch the next. And then but actually by the 3rd, or was it the 4th episode, I stopped.
Yeah, it kind of got up and down.
It dropped
after
for me.
that.
I was like,
Anyway, so he's been cast as Professor Brittenholm in Hellboy, Rise of the Blood Queen. And Mila Jovovich has been cast as a Nimue, the Blood Queen.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Remember in college when I had that phase where I was obsessed with Mila Jovovich?
Weren't we all?
Oh, yeah. Resident Evil.
Teenage boys, Mila Jovovich.
It's like in the contract as she has
I remember
to appear
in college,
Yep.
in college, like every second guy had her as a screensaver or something.
Yeah.
I did.
It was probably just
Fifth
you.
Element, Resident Evil.
Yeah. That was good.
Ultraviolet.
Ran out of films.
What else I got? Did anyone watch the Death Wish trailer with Bruce Willis?
No.
I knew you'd both say no when I brought this up. It looks, Eli Roth is going, like, I really tried with Bruce Willis. I wanted...
Sailor Jerry.
Getting drunker as the episode goes.
Bruce Willis.
Eli Roth said that he missed the awesome action Bruce Willis, so the Die Hard, the Fifth Element.
Yeah.
So he's like, I really want you to tap back into that, and I really want you to bring that back. And he's
Bruce
like,
is
this is
just
going to
like,
be
nah.
Bruce's. This is going to be Bruce's action comeback movie. And I watched the trailer, and it's just like, it's generic as fuck.
Like Harrison Ford's fucking action comeback
Like
movie.
the original Death Wish, Charles Bronson, that's got fucking edge. Man, that's dark. I mean, that's Jeff Goldblum's first role was in that. He was one of the punk gang members who was, attacking I can't remember, was his wife or his daughter, or both. Anyway, but yeah, the trailer looks very generic. I do like Bruce Willis.
Brucey's great, but, oh man,
He'll never top Die Hard!
And he is getting
Best movie ever.
He's getting long in the tooth. Like, you have to kind of play him in a way that, like, he's formidable and scary, but not too... Like, you can't do a big full-blown action with Bruce Willis anymore.
Well,
He's
in
not
this,
that
he plays a
mobile, like-
surgeon who just becomes a vigilante.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's going to therapy and that, and she's like, I really feel like you're progressing. You're coming a long way. Whatever you're doing, it's working. And he's like, oh yeah, thank you. And then it cuts to like him killing like.
Is he going to do
criminals
like a
and shit.
Dexter? Is he going to be like that?
Nah, it's more like
Being a surgeon and all?
Nah, it's more like the Brave one. Do you ever see the Brave one?
Oh, I love that.
It's pretty much the same movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Death Wish.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
You're like, it's generic. He's like, fuck yeah!
I'll bring this up after I finish the news as well. I got something else to tell you. Carl Urban confirms he's been in talks about the Dread TV series, Mega City 1. Mm-hmm. And producers and him are keen, if they can get the story right. They really want to get... They really feel like they owe it to the fans after the movie, and, you know, they never got a sequel or whatever, but whether this is going to be very similar or something different, they just want to get it right. I think they want Urban to come on, but he'll only come on if it's... I think if it matches the film or is better.
Yeah, cool.
But it's still a long way off that show, so it's a year and a half. 2 years off that show.
Yeah.
It's a long way off. So
Carl Urban's the Doctor in Star Trek.
yeah, he plays McCoy in Star Trek.
Yeah.
He's one of the...
Oh, yeah.
I watched the latest Star
you
Trek
watched
movie
Beyond, finally?
like last night.
What'd you think of it?
Yeah, it was alright. Like,
I equated it to, it's like $150 million episode of the TV show.
Yeah, it definitely has Simon Pegg's kind of comedic, light-hearted thing on it, because he co-wrote the script or something.
Did you know Scotty had lots more to do in this
He
movie?
did. Yeah, he kept himself in there quite a bit. But at the end, when the credits rolled and it came up with Carl Urban's name, I was like, I thought I was thinking of Keith Urban.
Yeah.
And I was like, where the fuck was Keith Urban in this movie? I turned to Hale, I was like, what the fuck? What was he in there? She's like, no.
Alright, I got a couple more things. Oh, that's good. Carl Urban. I love Dredd.
Imagine Keith Urban as Dredd. Walking in with his gun, just all like fucking singing country songs and
with his perfect hair.
Banging Nicole Kidman and shit.
Oh, shit. Stephen Lang will be back as the main villain in all 4 Avatar sequels. So he'll be back as Colonel Miles Quaritch.
But he got, like, slaughtered in the
Yes,
last
he's
one.
dead. But he's going to be the main villain in all 4 sequels.
How does
Doing a Ripley.
They're probably going to do the
not
whole...
hero.
Maybe he'll be some kind of an avatar ego, because they can transfer a dead
Maybe.
body, like if they're nearly dead, to an avatar.
And apparently one of his henchmen in the film, one of his captains or lieutenants or whatever, he's going to be back as well, who was in the first Avatar. They haven't got his name written down here. But
Yep.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. James Cameron had this big quote that he's like, yeah, I don't want to do another sequel where you have a new villain every movie. He's like, fuck it, we're going to bring Stephen Lang back, and he's going to fucking nail it. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Stephen Lang's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen Don't Breathe? That movie is fucking epic.
So good, that movie.
That's another movie you guys.
That's oh no, I won't spoil it.
No, don't spoil it. It's the best.
I just remember what you guys were saying in the chat that time. We just couldn't stop laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
We'll skip this.
Yep.
Blade Runner 2049 has received an R rating in the US, so that's good. None of this watered down shit.
Better not.
That's awesome. And talks have started about the return of Hannibal, the TV series.
Yeah. Yep.
So there was no chance of having talks. They had to wait 2 years since the show finished.
Wow.
Before they could start talking about bringing it back. So there's
That's good.
people are talking about it, about bringing it back.
I love
which
that
is
show.
good because that was a great show.
That was a great show.
I've never
yeah.
watched that one. I've got to check that out.
You're
too.
missing out. That's addictive. That
You
show.
did a quote to me the other night when we were out for your birthday, a Hannibal show quote, and I was just like, glassy-eyed.
What was it? Because I can't remember.
You turned to me and went, Hannibal something. Then I was
Hannibal, hey!
Alright. Just looked like a little Ralphie Wiggum.
So, do you like stuff? So that's all the news I've got. But, Pat, the other night, I went up to the Hoyt's video kiosk up here at the marketplace, and I rented out The Fate of the Furious.
People still do that? Well, you still do that?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I don't illegally download shit. Maybe.
What'd you think of it?
They're really starting to stretch it.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell. Like, it was entertaining, but holy fuck. I mean, they're really starting to push it a bit. Like, all the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. Like, The Rock and Vin Diesel had massive beef, and they don't even share a scene in the movie. Like, they do share a scene, but Vin Diesel's talking, and The Rock's, like, in the background, like, looking out over New York or whatever.
Oh, they share like a real life beef, you mean?
Yeah,
And
they
they're
had
not-
like a beef on the set. Michelle Rodriguez is threatening to leave the franchise if The female actresses aren't paid as much as the male, which is totally understandable. She's just as big a part of that franchise as anyone else.
Weird thing, because like when you see Vin Diesel and you see The Rock like in their kind of normal life habitat thing, they don't seem like unreasonable dudes. Like they kind of seem like pretty likable guys.
Yeah.
But for them to
The Rock would destroy Vin Diesel.
But they seem like the same kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like you put them in a room and they seem like the two kind of guys that would get along great.
Yeah,
They're the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's weird. Fucking Hollywood, man.
The movie was way over the top, especially with the zombie car scene.
Zombie car scene. I can't
You
remember.
know, where they remotely activated all the cars that had like
Oh,
driving
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
and they're driving them around the city. That was stupid.
Yeah, that was way far-fetched, wasn't it? Like, all of New York City, like...
The scene with the submarine where it comes through the ice,
Yeah.
and it fires the torpedo, and it comes along the ice,
Yep.
and the Rock's driving, and he's like, Tyrese, he's like, take the wheel! And then he gets out of the car, and he grabs the torpedo, and he like turns it, and so it goes and blows up one of the enemy cars or whatever, and I was just like,
man.
yeah, okay.
This
It was
doesn't even
a
sound
lot of
remotely-
fun. It was fun if you just like switch your brain off. But yeah, their franchise is starting to get long in the tooth. And actually,
if you put the first movie and the last together and played them next to each other, it wouldn't even feel like the same thing anymore, would it?
the fifth one though is where they turned it around. They made it into like heist action sort of flicks, globe-trotting flicks, and that was good. That was a good movie. Sixth one, not so much. Seventh one was pretty good. Eighth one was for what it was fun, you know, but it was nothing to really write home. I'll probably give it a 3. I'm going to break my rule. 3.5 out of 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not too
What's
bad.
the extra half get? What's the half awarded for?
I don't know. I don't know.
Beef.
It's just not a 3. It's not a 3. It's not
Behind
a 4.
the scenes beef gets
Yeah, behind the scenes beef. The Rock and Jason Statham, their sexual chemistry they have.
and lack of between.
I'm like, we should just make out already. Jesus. No, it was good. The scene on the plane with Jason Statham where he's got the baby. He's like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I like that bit. And Charlize Theron just whispers like through the whole movie.
I didn't like her character, yeah.
Jimmy whispers.
She did.
I'm just going to whisper the whole movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
I won the Academy Award. What do we in this movie?
They didn't pay her enough. If
I don't
they pay her a higher bracket, she does vocals at a normal range.
And spoiler alert, she doesn't die. So like she's gonna come back in the next one, probably. Because all the villains from the last movie come back in this one as heroes. They come back as good guys. And it really sort of relies on you a lot they played stuff that like, Owen whoever, we can't forget him. And I'm like, I don't forget him. I remember him from the 6th movie. And then they have like, Jomon Honsu as well. I remember this guy. I'm like, was he in the last one? I can't even remember. And it's got the chick from Game of Thrones in it who plays, Daenerys' right hand, the chick who translates everything, who's with Grey Worm.
Yeah.
She's in it, and she must have been in the last one. Don't remember she was in the last one. She's like, oh, Jomon Honsu, I've got history with him. I really wish I could forget him. And I was like, I don't remember that subplot in the last movie or whatever. But anyway.
Exposition. Yeah.
Kurt Russell was great. The Rock was good. You know, it was all a bit of fun. It was real stupid fun. Fate of the Furious. And I realised why they call it the Fate of the Furious.
Here we go.
Fate, because it's the 8th movie, because Fate has got 8 in it, ATE.
Oh.
Fate of the Furious, get it?
God.
And there was one scene with Charlize Theron and Vin Diesel where they say Fate 3 times in like 40 seconds.
Oh, God.
That's your fate. Change your fate. And Vin Diesel's like, my fate. I'm Groot. Riddick. But that's all I got. I haven't got anything else to talk about, so I'm just gonna drink rum.
What do you talk
for din dins tonight, Paddy?
What do I have?
I've been burping up a fucking bento storm over here.
Yeah,
night.
me too. Yeah, Bob and I went and got bento.
Bouncing off the pop filter and straight back into my face like teriyaki chicken right in my chop. What'd you have?
What'd you have, Pat?
Steak and scalloped potatoes.
Oh.
I was hoping you'd say shit on toast.
Not quite. But the steak, I kind of burnt it a little bit, but not too bad.
Oh, did you?
Actually,
I
no.
taught you how to cook a steak.
Actually,
I
no.
taught you how to do it.
It wasn't burnt. It's my oven's like the grill is real like dicky, and it's just I don't know what's going on in there, but I think
You do for a new oven.
We need a whole new oven.
Yep.
Just smokes it out. It smells like burnt rubber.
Jesus.
God.
Yeah. Like it doesn't seem dangerous. It's fine, but it just lets off a little bit of a smell, which is a bit, yeah.
Have we ever mentioned the shit on toast on the show before?
No, we haven't. Pat,
Do you want to describe it?
yeah, tell everyone
I'm
what's
just like, write this thing like, I thought you'd say shit on toast, and then just like roll past that.
Yeah.
Everyone out there's listening, going,
Tell everyone what shit on toast is.
Well, it's not actual like
It's
shit
not actual human excrement on toast.
on toast.
It's not.
No, we just have that name for it because it's just it's just like what do you call it, like chili con carne on toast mixed up with some veggies, inside of it, like all mixed together.
just
Bit of corn,
blend. It's a bit of corn.
bit of corn in
There's
there.
always a bit of corn in there.
Yeah, and then you just slap it on a bit of toast and you're set. It's just an easy meal. Just mix it all together.
Loves it.
Hey,
now
Bob.
you got a Thermomix too. Like,
Yeah.
do you put it in the Thermomix?
Yeah, that does the best job.
A Thermomix for shit on toast.
Yeah, it does a good job.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like the most classy fucking
You can
shit
do
on
it either
toast
way.
you could ever get.
Yeah, does a good job.
Holy shit!
I'll tell you a funny story. Pat's wife Alira, they had to have like she wanted to buy a Thermomix, but she had to have like one of these Thermomix parties where the rep comes and teaches you how to.
No.
Because you
Work or
can't
whatever.
buy it without
And
that,
she's like-
apparently.
She's like, I need to have at least a few people come. Will you come? And I was like, I'm coming for the food, and that's it. So I went to this lady's there. She's like, oh, she's teaching everyone how to use it, and she's made like a couple of different things. What'd she make, Pat? I can't even remember.
Like risotto and
That's right, risotto
rice.
and
and
something
custard.
else. And
Yeah, and some sorbet as well.
yeah, sorbet. That's right. And then it got right to the end, and she's handing out forms. She's like, "Oh, rate this this sort of demonstration, whatever, and go through and answer these few questions and put your email or your details on here." So I'm like, okay. So I go through and I'm looking and I'm like, name, Brenchogo. Phone number, my old cancelled phone number that I got rid of when my ex-girlfriend wouldn't leave me alone. Email address, my old email address that I can't get into anymore because the password's like changed 14 times and I don't remember what it is. What was the reason you come today? I just came for the food. Are you considering buying my Thermomix? No, I just came for the food. And I just put like all these dodgy details on there. I was like, here you go. Thanks for the sorbet.
Nice.
So you literally, guys, you use that for fucking everything, yeah?
Yeah, it does.
Well, what can't you use it for?
It just takes out a lot of
It
the hard
seems
work
like
as
this
well.
weird fucking magic thing that doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
Oh,
how
'cause
can you
it's
It's like
like-
a super blender
how can
processor.
you cook all the foods?
Because it does
in a thing.
It does everything. You can use it for even just simple as weighing stuff.
Sorbet.
Like
Yeah.
Lyra made sorbet last night. That was awesome. It was like better than you'd get in the shops, and because it does that, like you can weigh stuff, and then you can like pizzas. If we're doing home wood fired pizzas, we make the actual
Pizzas
dough.
and sorbet in
Yeah.
the same fucking...
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We make
absolutely.
the pizza
fuck is
dough
this
because
thing?
you just whack the ingredients in, it weighs everything, and I can do it. Like I just press a few buttons and it's like step by step. It's like, okay, now pour this much in, and then
And
you
this
just,
is
like,
the guy that set the bloody chip fryer on
I
fire.
don't cook. I don't know how to really cook that well. So,
Yeah,
but anyway,
you're not the greatest chef in the world.
no, and it actually needs the dough. Like it like as if instead of having to do it yourself and getting your hands all filth and like rubbing it all together.
This is your fucking dream.
This
isn't it?
thing does it properly, and it comes out 10 times better because it's perfect and it
Hell
does
yeah,
it
it
super
does.
speed. And then you just take the dough out and make some pizzas, and then risotto
Well,
is
you guys
awesome.
live
and
like 2 blocks away. You must be around Patty's fucking place. all
you
the
cook
time.
rice in it too. Like
They never invite me for food.
it's like rice cooking.
They have it all for themselves. Thermomix,
see
if you'd
your
like to
car
send
coming
us
down the
3
street.
free Thermomixes, that'd be great.
Yeah, this
We
does seem
endorse
like
this
an ad
product.
for it. No, I'm just fucking surprised because
Yeah.
we don't have any fancy Thermomix.
We do everything the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way.
In the frying pan, the pots.
We still eat all the basic stuff. You can cook some nice things, but we just do the basic stuff. But it's just convenient.
The shit on toast thing though reminds me of like growing up. Like what we have for dinner now is so much fancier than like not to shit on my parents. My parents did a fucking great job, and I think everyone's did for the times, but it was kind of like Australian families and stuff sort of had like their 10 recipes.
Yeah, that's right.
They go to, and like every mum and dad knew. And then like nowadays you can just look shit up on the internet and be like, oh, what do you want to feel like tonight? I'll look up a recipe. Let's make some fucking fancy Thai thingo with bloody blah blah blah. and be like, oh, look at me, I'm fucking master chef because fucking I've learned all this shit off actual MasterChef and the internet and shit. And it's like, yeah, when we were growing up, man, fuck it, the shit that, like, I don't want to shit on my parents, but man, some of the gruel that they used to cook up, fucking hell.
Man, you should have seen what my parents would cook up.
Yeah, my dad still does it to this day. Like, he actually, one of the last times I went down to Wynyard, and it was just like me and him there one night, and he just gets like all the veggies, leftover veggies from the week of dinners he cooks, just blends the shit out of him into this kind of like yellowy green paste.
Yes! Yeah. My mum did the same fucking thing.
Just this fucking blob of shit and just...
Here, eat this.
Yeah, just eat that. It looks like a fucking giant pile of spew, and he's like, oh, I love it. And it's just like, fuck, man.
Oh, no.
Oh. I used to ask my mum, I'm like, Mum, what's for tea tonight? She's like, shit on toast. Thanks, Mum.
You know what my dad used to do? I still can't believe it to this day. Back in the day when I was a kid, and Dad's favourite thing to dish up that was like, it's gross. I can't even believe how he did. He had this thing with, he's like, he'd make some toast, and then he's like, oh, there's nothing like, you know, good, what he would do is the best way to describe it. He'd just get like something that he'd cooked earlier, like, then you know how you have a fry pan, it might leave a bit of like fat in the fry pan or something.
Oh,
and he's like, he just scrapes the fat out, puts it in a sandwich and eats it.
Fucking Jesus.
He'd love it. He said it was the best. He said
my mum, when she was a kid, they used to do the same thing. Because they had a shack down at Troll Harbour, which was like a little beach community where you had like little shacks and stuff. They used to do the same thing down there.
It's like when the fat turns all white, you know, and like it's more like butter.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, how do you do that?
Fuck.
I think he got it from his old school days, way back, because like from the 50s when whenever they used to do.
When he used to walk 6 miles to school.
Yeah, he's real old school.
But he used to just have fat on sandwich, fat on bread.
You would end up on fucking Today Tonight if you fed your kids that these days.
Just fat.
Fucking literally, you would.
This fucking disgusting parents feeding their children fat.
It's not even shit on toast.
It's less than shit on toast. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Oh gee, I miss you boys.
You know what happened this week? It was funny. We nearly went on another holiday to the Gold Coast. Out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Patrick Brown's Marvel money wallets exploding. It's burning a hole in his pocket.
No, that's the thing. It's not our money. It would have been. It was a out of the blue. Got an email from it was someone who works with Disney and Marvel Unite, and Lucasfilm as well, and they were like, they wanted to see if I was interested in going to Comic-Con in Brisbane and Sydney that are coming up at the end of September, and you know, they wanted me to go up, and I'd have to be on stage and like drawing for some kind of a thing that's going on there, and so you know, it would have been an all expenses paid thing, but. Man,
fuck did you say no?
And I was like,
fucking said no, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to.
You idiot!
You idiot.
No, I would have went. I was actually asked lots of questions, and I was like trying to work it out, but there was just no chance because I'm working on 2 major, like, really important projects at the moment with Marvel, and
so the company
they need all my time.
that asked you to go up and do this thing, all expenses paid, is the same company that you can't go up.
Yeah,
to
kind
do
of.
This all expenses paid.
They're such a wide company. All these people, they don't know like all the other people, so they just the first email was like, oh, someone said that, passed your name on. And
Just let him know Bobby Baxter's available. Yeah. I'll take it.
Would have been crazy because we worked it out. We could have spent it would have been a week away, 1 week in Brisbane. And that in that week we would have stayed in probably the Gold Coast.
I would have brought one or two because Bobby and I could have went.
Oh, it was for the one, just for me, and then I would have just paid for Ilya and Mason to
I'm
come.
Patrick Brown and just having a shit day.
Fuck yeah!
We're like, oh
yeah,
the Spider-Man's just not really coming out the way that I.
It was crazy. I was like, oh, we just got back from there, and that's another thing I can't do it because I just got back from a holiday, having heaps of time off, and you don't get time off when you work for yourself. So
I could do that. That could be my new job. Like when you're too busy to do shit, I'll just be your stand-in pretend Patrick. Yeah. You go to all these events.
Pretender Brown.
All I gotta be is Australian, and most people would be like, "Oh, that's him."
Yeah, bloody, there you go, mate. Yeah, fair income.
I'm a real laid back kind of artist, like fucking Marvel, whatever.
Fucking how you bloody go, mate. Yeah.
Son's Mason.
I reckon you could pull it off too.
Good. I just got to wear that black hat. And
Going back to your dad, I'm actually next week you're having a bit of a get together at your house, and your dad's going to be there, so I'm like going to ask him all the big questions.
Oh man, well, that's good because that'll like lock you and him away in the corner for 18 and a half hours.
I'll drag you over as well.
Deep conversation.
Do not ask my dad about beer because he will just fucking go for his life.
Yeah, last time I had a chat to him at Beer Fest and I was in that conversation with him for about an hour and a half.
Oh, man.
Which was actually really insightful. I was like learning a lot.
Oh, the dude knows fucking everything.
He knows everything. I was so surprised.
I was telling you guys the other night, like
he is the beer master.
He is the beer master.
Where he knows everything. Yeah.
There is part of me that really wants to know all of his knowledge. And like learn it all, but I'm just scared of fucking how many months I'm gonna have to go into training for that.
It's like 3 months off.
It's basically like taking another uni degree. With my own dad.
Do I get a certificate in the end of this?
Yeah. Good job, Bob.
Good job, Bob. Yeah. You did it. You're good enough at beer making. Are we going to actually talk about anything or what?
What about some Captain Straya? We should
we might
come up with some stories of origin, maybe how he looks. What about his looks?
Of Captain Straya.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go right to the beginning. Who is Captain Straya? What's his name? What's his real name?
Bevan.
Bevan Beers?
Bevan Jeffries.
Bevan Jeffries.
From somewhere in fucking country.
From Kalgoorlie.
Or Terry. Terry
Jeffries.
That's his dad, Terry.
His name's Bevan Jeffries, but all his friends call him Terry.
From the fucking goldfields in Australia.
From Kalgoorlie.
I should preface this by saying I'm from Kalgoorlie.
So what's in Kalgoorlie, Bob?
Mines and dirt and sticks and dirt and gold.
So you'll have to have like a proper
an emu export.
So he's kind of like a mirror of Captain America. Hey, so is he going to be like an ex-soldier as well? And
no, he's fucking
no. He worked at a brewery.
Yeah. We're going full like Aussie.
Fuck yeah, he didn't do anything.
So
really.
no patriot.
He worked at a brewery, but then he was made redundant.
Yeah. Then he had a go at being a Sparky for a bit, and that didn't really work out either.
Should have him trying to do like his own homebrew.
He started up his own backyard garden bloody care fucking business. Like Jim's mowing, Bevan's mowing.
And he's like starts off like same as Steve Rogers, this scrawny little wiry little guy, and then he makes his own brew that's
until he drinks a can of 4X Gold.
Some concoction
and then he just gets a beer gut. He doesn't actually get muscle. He just gets a fucking beer gut.
He's just like not even the tank.
Well, that didn't work out. Oh well. Let's keep cracking tinnies.
Just like real thick.
And then he worked for a while as one of those guys that serves the Bunnings snags out the front of the Bunnings.
Yeah, for charity, because he felt like he had to give back to the community.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, someone robbed the Bunnings maybe one day and they shot up the store and he hid behind a Weber shield and realised...
They were trying to steal Bunnings gift cards.
He was serving Bunnings snags. Oh, yeah. He could be one of the Bunnings
They
snags.
stole a bag full of Bunnings gift cards. None of them were activated, but the criminals didn't know that. Australian criminals, they're pretty stupid.
So this gun-toting criminal was running around Bunnings shooting up the store and he comes out with his Weber shield and like deflects all the fucking bullets and just like throws a snag at his head and he's like, fuck, that burned the side.
Oh, the grease burnt my face.
Yeah, he got like a burn mark down the side of his head.
Sausage burn in the side of his face.
So is he going to be one of the guys who does the snags out the front?
Yeah. And he has Coke Zero grenades. He shakes them up and throws them.
Yeah. You could like reenact that scene in the first movie where he like takes one for the team and jumps on the grenade, like, but he jumps on the shaken up soda, and it pops and blows up. But no, actually it doesn't because it's a dud.
Nah, his grenades are like those little VB vomit bombs, the little grenade size. Like, did you ever get those little VB stubbies? They're about this big, like.
Oh yeah,
They're like little I used
ones.
to call them vomit bombs.
Oh yeah.
You just chuck them at them.
No, his grenades are the portable cooktop stove oven gas replacement bombs.
Oh yeah. Oh bloody hell.
Australia.
I feel like he needs to have some kind of super strength though. Like needs to have some kind of.
Oh man, he's got it all.
Something's happened to him to make him an actual superhero.
He doesn't have any strength. He's more just like fearless fucking idiot. Like
he's got the beer fleece and he's got the beer power. Yeah, it keeps him warm.
He's like Popeye.
He drinks a can of 4X Gold.
Yeah, Bundy rum.
Yeah,
gets rum chested.
Yeah, and he's got that rage. He's got that real kind of. You can see red.
Definitely has to be. I reckon
he runs out the back to the Hills hoist with the goon bag on it. The Hills hoist, and he spins the Hills hoist around, hangs off it, and drinks out of the goon bag, and then turns into Captain Straya.
He's got to have them farmer's arms, like half sunburned.
Yeah, he's got the farmer's arms. He's got the tan. He's got the tan line.
So he's got like what's he going to look like? Do you reckon like a Is he going to be like a suit that's like designed for him, or more just like a Bonzi and shorts?
Oh, he'd be winging the shit out of it.
Yeah, it would just be like he's
maybe a homemade kind of
like he's down
suit.
at Centrelink and somebody's trying to rob all the doll checks or whatever for the week.
His outfit will be like his top will be his VFL footy jumper
and Kmart track pants.
Whatever local footy team he plays for, it'll be like that.
Hawthorn Guernsey.
I thought it would have
Avianas for thongs.
So like, what about like, because Captain America has like the star. What if he had some like the Southern Cross?
Stars? Oh, yeah, he's got the Southern Cross tattoo on his chest.
Oh yeah, on his chest. Maybe on his chest, like the Bonzi is just showing the top of the star or something. I don't know. No, I don't know how it works. What else?
Is he married?
Divorced 5 times.
Can't hold down a marriage.
A few love children out there.
He's an 8-bowl champion. That's how he makes all his money.
Pool shark.
Pool shark. Yeah.
He's like Fast Eddie Felson, but the Australian version. So he's I don't know. Whole Jam and Jeffries. Whole Jam and Jeffries. Fucking hell. Not just a pool.
That's his
not just a pool shark.
He just like drops the $2 coin on the pool table whenever it's new.
I thought about that. If he works at like Bunnings Snag tent, it would have like a change gun. It shoots change, like $2.50 in change. Like, I don't know. He'd never have enough. Yeah, he'd always have money for parking meters.
He always knows shit's going down at the Bunnings. Like that's his little front, like the tent at the Bunnings thing, because he can sort of infiltrate his enemies there. Everyone's coming over for a snag. And he's like, okay,
engage everyone.
Yeah,
as well.
He's kind of Clark Kenting it on the journalism side, but he's kind of like you know, everyone's favorite public face when they rock up to Bunnings. They're like, "Oh,
Town hero, dude." Like,
yeah, and then he gets into the conversation. And he's like, "What's going on? What's bloody going on down Smith Street, mate? Yeah.
Hey, there's a bit of riffraff down there.
Does he have a car? Does he have the Straya mobile? Is it like a Datsun?
Kingswood. Yeah, 120 wide. Datsun 120 wide.
There you go.
Fucking to the Dado.
The Dado. Oh no.
What else? Who are his enemies?
All right.
Employment.
Politicians.
Captain Employment.
Yeah. The problem is, like, with Australians, we don't particularly get all that pissed off with anything.
Yeah, we get along with everyone.
So I think his enemy would be anyone that's kind of too uptight or too I don't know.
Captain Kiwi.
Like fucking Captain America would be his enemy. Come over and be all like, it's like everybody else, just fucking settle down. Crack a tinny. Chill out.
That was the first time you ever said the C word on the show.
Hey, there it is.
What about all right, why don't we do an Aussie version of the Avengers? Let's expand. We got Captain Straya. Who's Spider-Man? Maybe like Huntsman. Huntsman.
He's just fucking huge.
Yeah, he's just like real widespread.
Harmless.
He hangs out on the roof on the inside of people's cars.
Just lurks. He's a bit more
He's
creepy.
Just hairy, and everyone's just like, "What the fuck are you doing up there?" He's like, "Hi."
Creepy and scary, like, I don't know, just brown suit instead of red. Just like, I don't know.
And then you've got the superpower is like you can beat the absolute shit out of him.
Yes.
He still survives.
Yes,
just
he could be flat as a freaking.
You're like and then he's fucking dead, and then he just goes, "Nah, see ya."
All right. Then you've got corrugated iron man.
Yep. Long drop man.
Rusty tin roof man.
If you ever need a shed roof, just call corrugated iron man.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, that rum is a treat. Thank you, Sailor Jerry.
Cheers.
What about a Hulk? What could be that? Like,
Barnaby Joyce.
Shit. Don't make me angry. I don't know, what's Barnaby Joyce do?
He's got beef with Johnny Depp
because
they brought a dog on a fucking plane.
Export your dog.
I'll force you to make an apology video.
We are so sorry, Barnaby
We are
Joyce.
so sorry. My name's Amber Heard, and I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Oh no.
Who else?
You have some editing to do tomorrow.
Hell no! I'm not gonna touch this episode.
Thor will be an easy one. You could do because he's like the god of thunder, so we're gonna have someone who's like the god of what?
Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
Just Angus Young would be the Thor.
Yeah.
Australian Thor. Fucking
Or
done.
what other kind of weather kind of crazy stuff do we have in Australia? Like
Melbourne, man. The weather's going to be whatever it feels like every 10 minutes.
Don't know, really.
The sun's shining. Now it's raining. Oh, wait. Now it's windy.
Snow. 45 degrees. Fuck.
The weatherman.
Alice Springs is just a dude that just gets around on springs.
I've had drought.
That's terrible.
Thor.
Cut that.
I'm going to leave it in.
Oh, fuck.
Instead of Thor,
do you want another Jerry, mate?
Yep.
Have some guy who's who kind of dries up everything. He's just has the power to kind of drain someone dry.
He's the dries.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Thanks, buddy. I'll have some more rum. I've got to finish this one first. Oh, yeah. Another bit of lime there, mate.
I'm going to double down on mine.
Yeah, come on. Thanks, buddy. Oh, you missed!
Fuck.
Jesus.
There you go, Paddy. floor line for you.
Floor line. You want another one, Pat? It's been about 45 minutes.
Oh, no, I'm alright.
Yeah, come on, one more. Come on.
Oh, alright.
Peer pressure.
Taste
Oi.
the rainbow.
Oi. Oi.
I'll have a small one.
You're going to have a shot, Pat. Yeah. There's not going to be much of this left.
Or a beer. You can have a beer.
Oh, my beer, actually.
Yeah, go on.
Crack a bottle.
Good radio, this.
You're welcome. Here we go. Wait for it. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, mate. I brought something to show you as well.
Oh, what have you got?
I got this off eBay, but they didn't come with the packaging. That's actually the Spider-Man I've been working on for ages.
Oh, shit, yeah. We'll get a photo of you
Turned
and
up.
put it on bloody Instagram.
Got it off eBay, but yeah, it didn't come with the packaging, so I was a little sus, but it's the exact same suit design, everything's...
Bend his knees.
Yeah.
He's got all that
It's,
articulation.
Yeah,
So much
you can you put a bit of
articulation.
force into it, you can. Okay. That's why I was like, oh, I thought it might have been a knockoff version, but it's, the real one is out there, I've seen it, and it looks exactly like that, but that just seems,
there we go.
But yeah, it's the same proportions. Everything's how I've...
This action figure reeks of brown magic. When we used to play Halo 3, Pat's gamer name was Brown Magic.
Mm.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
It was, dude.
Remember that? Brown Magic.
Brown magic. When we were playing Halo and everything, that was really cool.
Shit, yeah. That's cool, Pat.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I was really stoked to see it come up in the mail.
What about those, sorry, we'll take a break from Captain Straya. Those, you sent me a Snapchat today about the fidget spinners?
Yeah, the fidget spinners, yeah. That was
Where'd you
really
find
cool.
them? EB?
EB Games, yeah. And just earlier I was in Best and Less and there was a watch, like a Spider-Man watch, and it had the same packaging. And that same, what you saw on the packaging of the fidget spinners with my work on it, that's also on this packaging. So it's just the same one they've reused. I just got a fidget spinner. I just just chuck it
You
up.
didn't buy the Jimmies?
The watch and that? Nah.
Oh, the watch.
Nah.
Big card.
But
I'm pissed.
yeah, that was really cool to see.
This is the first time I've ever been drunk on the show. I'm not drunk. I've got a bit really good buzz going.
It's only about my 8th time being drunk on the show.
I remember almost every time I've left, I'm going home in a big buzz. Like can't I can sleep, but yeah, you go home and I'm just like, whoa, I can stay up.
You can drive home tonight, but you couldn't skateboard.
Yeah, I usually skate, don't I? And you drop me off.
Yeah.
In your tummy.
Oh, well, I don't know. Has anybody got anything else? Do we want to go back to Captain Straya, or do you want to just wrap it up? Keep it short and sweet today.
Oh, man.
How short and sweet?
We got 126.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's good
Wrap
to
it
be
up
back.
today and we'll
It's
do
fucking
a...
good to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I missed you all.
I missed
getting together. I like Bob said.
We only skipped a week, but then we postponed it by a couple more days than our usual.
We did, yeah, because
recording night,
Pat's
so-
having a pretty busy week, so we left it till the weekend.
Yeah.
So
it
we
could
feels
all
like
get together, 'cause
a million years for us.
I fucking wanted us all to be back.
Yeah.
It's not the same without Patrick Brown. Fuck, I love you.
It's been tough.
There you go.
Yeah.
are
I've been bloody.
Pat, don't worry about working tonight. We're going to the pub.
We're doing
We're
it.
going to the pub.
Today was just nuts because of just like family stuff, man.
Are
It
you
was like,
seriously going to go back to work now?
You're not going to go to work.
It's
Yeah.
9:21.
Please come to the pub with us.
no, I can't.
Please.
No, I've got.
Please.
I got.
Don't make me cry on recording.
Don't make
So I
me
will.
pull out my
Oh,
fucking
like,
Baxter puppy
honestly,
dog eyes on you.
As much as I would usually just jump at it, I'd be like, "Yep, I'm coming." But
But
like I mentioned
That's
before,
my fucking superpower. Watch
The
me work
puppy
this
dog
shit.
eyes.
The puppy dog eyes.
Watch me work this shit.
it's true, guys. He gives you the puppy dog eyes.
we'll tell you about it next week. I would have
we
fucking...
can take a photo of them puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, I'll get him. Don't worry.
I am fucking getting smashed at your house next Saturday.
Ooh, yeah. It's happening.
Yeah, I got to like I mentioned before, I got some more covers to do, and that's just.
You're not bailing on next week,
I
though.
would have been right though. Next week, I think you guys got another one on, haven't you? You got another guy coming in?
No, I mean next Saturday.
Oh, for you?
Place.
Yeah, I'll be there. Oh, yeah,
Get there.
nothing will. Nah, I'll make those. Those are important. Yeah, I gotta make appearances.
Next week, I was, with all the critical flack and that it's getting, I was wondering whether I should do it or not, but I'm like, fuck it! It's It's my show. I'm going to do what I want. Next week, we're doing a Dark Tower review episode.
Ooh.
I'm not sure, Bobby, whether you're going to come see it or not. I'd actually really like to get a point of view of someone who hasn't read the books.
I'm intrigued. I think I'll go.
I think I'll still really enjoy it. I think it's getting a lot of harder flack. I can understand where all these reviews are coming from, but yeah, I really just want to see it.
Is it already out in America?
It is out in America.
And
it's been out for over a week. $60 million budget, and it's only made like $34 million. So it's like 29, 30 million in the US and 8 internationally or something like that.
Shit.
But it hasn't opened in Australia yet. It may still open in China. There's a lot to talk about. We may have another guy coming in next week, Matt, to talk about the Dark Tower. He's probably a bigger fan than I am, and he's read all the books. He's rereading all the books before the movie comes out, so he's pretty keen to come on for a Dark Tower episode, so we may do that. But week after next, fuck, I'm excited.
Me too.
Our local cinema, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, in 3D. We're going to see it. I'm going to book us all in the next few days, boys. So we get fucking good seats. So what's going to happen
North Korea better not fucking, and US better not fuck around in the next 2 weeks. Like, I want to see this shit in 3D.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to fucking end the world, hold off a couple more weeks and just fucking, please.
Yeah.
We're going to see Terminator 2 Judgment Day in 3D, the new remastered 3D cut from James Cameron. I've never seen Terminator 2 on the big screen. I'm fucking excited. What's happening is we're going to go see it. It's a 6:30 screening. We're going to watch it, and then we're going to come straight back, and we're going to do the podcast. So we all should be really bloody jazzed.
Yeah. Especially
So we're going to do a Terminator 3 review. Terminator 2 3D review. Beg your pardon.
That looks crisp.
I'm borderline drunk. I really am.
Wow.
Bob, are we going to a casino after this or what? We can walk up there. It's not far.
The Kaz, as they call it here.
We go to the Kaz.
Casual, like, act Kaz.
We could. Do you want
Fuck, I'm drunk too.
Do you want to?
I don't know. I haven't been to the Kaz in, like, ever.
Fuck it, we're going. Fuck it. So we might wrap it up for this week. And, the week after, we're going to do probably our first video game review. So Uncharted The Lost Legacy will be out. So I'm planning on picking that up, I think the same day Terminator 2 is released. So I'll pick that up. That'll give me a good 4 or 5, 6 days to play it. So hopefully I'll get through that, and we might do a Uncharted The Lost Legacy review. So we've got the next few episodes planned out. But yeah, I assume you guys will probably pick it up as well. I know Pat probably will.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Yep. Chloe Fraser. Hell yeah, come on. So we might wrap it up. So, Patrick Brown.
Oh, yeah?
If people want to find you online, look at all your sick artwork.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
You find me at patrickbrownart.com and look me up on Facebook, Patrick Brown Art, as well.
Bobby Baxter.
Bloody
Brown Fury.
www.bobbybaxter.com.
And how many W's was that?
Bloody too many Sailor Jerry W's.
We've still got a bit left in the bottom of that bottle. We'll neck that and go to the Kaz.
That is like 96.5% done, that bottle. Holy shit.
Yep. You boys are doing a good job.
Yep. Just fucking look for my shit.
Just online. Google Bobby Baxter. And if you want to find the Bearded Geeks online, you can go to Facebook, or you can go to facebook.com/BeardedGeeksPod. We're also on Instagram at the Bearded Geeks, on Twitter at Bearded Geeks Pod. If you want to buy some sick Bearded Geeks merch, you can go to TeePublic and just search for the Bearded Geeks. My Bearded Geeks t-shirt actually arrived the other day. I wore it out the other night when we went to
looked fucking
the
supreme.
How fucking good did it look?
Oh, man.
Hell yeah.
Epic.
I'm actually really happy because the t-shirt quality and the print quality is actually really bloody good.
Yeah.
And I've had a few people send me some photos of them in their Bearded Geeks t-shirts, which is actually, I'm pretty chuffed.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy about that.
I'm thinking of switching over to them, actually. They're pretty
Yeah,
good quality.
compared to like I've seen your Redbubble prints and that, and they're nowhere near as good as what these TeePublic. I've
I don't wanna
actually got
shit on
my
Redbubble, like, they've
yeah. I
been
don't
good
want to
me
shit
in a
on them
bit,
because they're an awesome Australian company,
But yeah, definitely.
But the print quality is a hell of a lot better on TeePublic. I got another T-shirt. I've got my Die Hard Nakatomi Corporation T-shirt on. This is probably the best T-shirt I've ever bought.
Where'd you get that from?
Redbubble.
Really?
No, fucking TeePublic. Sorry, Redbubble. No, not Redbubble. Bloody TeePublic. I'm so drunk. I really am. I've never been drunk on the podcast. This is the bloody first time I'm drunk on the podcast. How you going? I'm going to be so embarrassed when I go to edit this tomorrow.
I know.
Raw.
Paddy's just sitting there like fucking fine. Like,
Completely sober.
So, it's so fucking good to be back. Boys, I miss yous.
I do.
I love doing the podcast every week.
I think we bring a bottle of Jerry every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So, from all of us here in the Big Cave, we wanted to say thanks to everyone who likes and shares. We want to say thanks to everyone who likes and shares and subscribes. And if you're on iTunes, leave us a fucking review. What's wrong with you? Jesus.
Getting real now.
Come on. Bearded Geeks are still on SoundCloud and iTunes at the moment. There's a lot of kerfuffle going on with SoundCloud at the moment, so we may not be on SoundCloud much longer. If not, we'll find an alternative site and we'll be on there and we'll be back on iTunes. But for the moment, we're okay, but we'll see. So, from all of us here in the Beer Cave, again, thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone who likes and shares and subscribes, leaves great comments, who buys a t-shirt, who buys, a bloody onesie for their kid. That's awesome. We appreciate it. We love you all. Thanks very much. We'll see you all next week. Dark Tower review. Pat might not be here. Bobby Baxter will probably be here. I'll definitely be here. I'm always here. My name's Jakes, Beardmaster. How you going? I'm so drunk.
He's so
We'll see you all next week on the Bearded Geeks. I love you all. Hey! Fuck, I'm drunk.